It's a sad day for Wheel of Time fans. Wheel of Time has been cancelled after its third season, which has now become its final season. And to me, I think it's sort of a really bad thing for Amazon and for streaming services. It is really hard to just start a brand new show, because you don't know if it's gonna have many seasons or if it's actually even gonna have an ending, because I think that there are a lot of shows that do get cancelled, unfortunately, like the Wheel of Time. Why should I start watching these shows then if you're just gonna cancel them? Why should I subscribe to your streaming service if you're not gonna follow through with your stories, with your shows? It just feels to me kind of a poorly made decision on Amazon to even greenlight of the Wheel of Time. There are 14 books in this series. Each books have 500 pages at least. So why would you greenlight a series that could take place over 14 seasons? I just don't really understand the decision, and I think that it was a poorly made decision by the studio to greenlight this series. You can't really do this entire series unless it's got like a huge fan base, and I understand why they canceled it. It's because they didn't have the viewership, and it cost a lot. Like the 3 seasons cost them like a whole bunch of money, and I understand that why they canceled it. But the Wheel of Time is beloved by a really large number of people, and I get why a lot of people are bummed about this cancellation. And I've been bummed even though I stopped watching the show. I watched up until like middle point of season 2, and I gave up on the show because I didn't think the writing was that strong to begin with. I liked all the actors in the show, but I didn't think that the writing was really all that quality. It wasn't all that well done, and I gave up on the show. I still haven't read all of the books. I read the first 3 books. It's kind of a big accomplishment, I think, for people to read all 14 novels. It's a really big series, a really huge series by Robert Jordan. I hear it's great. I hear like the entire series except like the slog, which involves like 3 to 4 books, I think, in the middle parts of the series is like the slowest part, but then picks back up near the end when Brandon Sanderson comes back to finish the books. I hear that this series is wonderful and it's well worth reading. I just haven't like continued after the 3rd book, and I probably will. I'm probably gonna finish this series one day. But yeah, I'm bummed that this show got canceled, because why would you start this show if you're not gonna follow through with it? It's just really mind-boggling to me. And one other thing, you keep Rings of Power on Amazon. Rings of Power cost you $1 billion, and most of the people I know and the comments I see online tell me that people don't like this show. People aren't into Rings of Power, but yet you keep that on while you cancel Wheel of Time. It's just really weird to me why they would do this. I feel like Rings of Power should have gone the cancellation notice way before Wheel of Time did. Who really loves Rings of Power? I don't know anybody that loves the show. I know people that like it, but love it, like, I have never heard that. And I personally hate the Rings of Power. I thought that it was just abysmal. The writing, the acting, the sets look good, like, the show looks great. But overall, I thought that Rings of Power was just a mess, and it has nothing to do with anything. It's not even part of the Tolkien universe, in my opinion. It's just this other world, this other fantasy thing that I just don't want to pay any attention to, just because of how badly written it was. But yeah, and one other thing, I know that Amazon is doing a lot more shows. We're gonna get like Mass Effect and a God of War adaptation. But why even bother at this point? You're just gonna cancel them if they don't like get a lot of viewership. These shows are not gonna be cheap. They're gonna cost a lot of money. So why are you doing these series? I think that streaming services And that's not just for Amazon. I think that like Disney Plus, Apple Plus, Netflix, all of these streaming services should make shows for less than they are right now, because it's not going to be sustainable in the long run. And here at Amazon, I just don't understand their decision making. I really don't. I don't understand why you greenlit the Rings of Power for $1 billion. Like, I understand that it carried the Lord of the Rings name, but that's probably all it had. It didn't have a good quality team of writers behind it. It was just a really badly made show, and it was probably a mistake for them to greenlight this show. It was just a terrible series. It's a really a big mess right now. I think the streaming landscape, you never know which shows are gonna last. Like, they really need to be popular to last. Like Stranger Things and Squid Game, Last of Us, these type of high quality shows that a lot of people watch, they need to be hugely popular for them to consider keeping them on and having them renewed for season 2. And like, we are paying the price as the consumer, because when they are raising prices for these shows, like, these shows keep costing more, and the prices of the streaming services, they rise up. It's just really a bad business model, in my opinion, and I don't think that in the long run it's gonna be like worth it for the streaming services. I think that the streaming landscape is kind of a mess right now. You just don't know which shows are gonna survive. You don't know if you should like even give a shit about shows, because you don't know if they're gonna be canceled. And I think it's really just kind of sad right now. It's not the same thing as maybe 10 years ago. The streaming landscape has changed, and I don't think it's for the better right now. I really don't. Like, let's say Andor, for example. Andor was a gamble for Disney Plus, and I don't even know that it paid off for them financially. Like, it's a really well-made series. I love Andor. I thought Andor was a gift, and I am glad that we had it. But I don't know if we're gonna get other shows like Andor, especially for Star Wars, just because of how like much it costs, and just the production alone, it's just too high. And I don't understand like why they keep making these types of shows if like you're not really gonna keep them on. Maybe movies are the way to go on these streaming services. I don't know. It's just really a big mess right now. I'm sad that Wheel of Time is canceled for the fans of the show and for the fans of the books. At least give them a final season. At least give them like season 4 to wrap things up. Or you should have at least warned them that season 3 was going to be the end. But at least like give them a proper end date before like just canceling this show. It's just kind of really, it rubs me off the wrong way. It just makes things kind of messy, and I just don't like that. I don't like that these streaming services keep canceling shows, and they spend way too much money on them, and I feel like it's kind of us that just keeps suffering because they raises their prices, and yeah, we are just watching good content for the most part, I guess, but is it really worth it in the long run is my question to you. Like, how many subscription services do you have? You have like Netflix, Apple Plus, Disney Plus, Amazon, HBO. I have all of them mostly. I just don't have like Paramount Plus and Crunchyroll and stuff like that, but I do have most of them, and sometimes I switch back and forth. But yeah, it's a sad day for Wheel of Time fans, and it sucks. It sucks because I thought that this series would at least have gotten like 10 seasons or something like that. But yeah, it got canceled by Amazon. Yeah, those are my thoughts. Let me know what you thought about the Wheel of Time's cancellation down in the comments below, and like all the streaming stuff, all the streaming situations. Let me know. Please like, comment, subscribe, and see you next time.